Hi, my name's Lindy and welcome back to my channel. My website is www.lindycowling.co.uk. My email is info@lindycowling.co.uk. The email address would be the one to contact me to book sessions. I am taking session bookings as we speak, and there are sessions available right up to the end of the year, so I'm taking bookings. Also, before I launch into this video, the Solar Transmissions album that I just bought out about 10 days ago with my youngest son is a form of soundtracks and transmissions to activate, alleviate, hopefully, stimulate the soul on those soul levels for clearing, potentially healing, also for activations of one's consciousness. In some ways it is like a sound form of light language. So for those of you that have already purchased that, thank you for supporting me or supporting us in that way. We are asking for £10 donations or $12 via the donate button on this YouTube channel or via the donate button on my website, on the PayPal page of my website. And if you do donate, if you just drop me a brief email, we will send you an MP3 copy of that album and those transmissions. So if you do purchase it, enjoy. You know, some of them you might play over and over again because that's appropriate to what you need. You might want to play the whole, you know, all of the soundtracks on there, or it might alter as you go along. So I didn't expect to be back on here this quickly, having just brought out a video yesterday or 24 hours ago, but I felt that kind of real kind of inner prompt from within to come back on here today and do something slightly different. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, as part of our awakening and as part of us going through an ascension process and becoming more conscious, we come online inside ourselves to more aspects of our own consciousness, more aspects of our higher consciousness, more aspects of our higher selves, more aspects of who we truly are, more of those aspects that have been untapped perhaps for all our lives. So over the course of the 6 years that I've been up on video and over the course of the 20 years that I've been working in energy, I have been going through different stages of my evolution, not just personally, but also working professionally with many people over that 20-year period. And as you go through this evolutionary process, especially once you get up into the rungs of the heart, the portal of the heart, and those heart consciousness levels, as you awaken to different aspects of who you are in every sense of the word, part of that awakening involves coming into what I call the star being, galactic starseed aspect of you, of us, of humanity, and accessing those levels. And I did bring out videos on my YouTube channel. I think they were called the Starseed Within and things like this. I also brought another one out on healing collective grief patterns, I think. And in that was a couple of years ago now, and in that video I was making a series of sounds to release those patterns, not just through me, for the collective as a demonstration of it, so that anyone tuning into that, it would hopefully stimulate a healing or activation within them. So I've been sing-songing, dipping around starseed light activations. Now I've just brought out an album with my younger son, solar activations. One of the tracks actually on there is called Starseed, by the way. So sound and using sound to activate and stimulate one's consciousness to bring about a divine remembrance is all part of humanity's evolution. So this has been something I've tiptoed around for a while. Now, as a result of the last few months' evolution in myself personally and the kind of work that I've been doing, and even as a result of the Starseed track that myself and my younger son wrote and I sounded on, has brought a remembrance of the Starseed aspect of me to the fore. So let me explain what I mean. For many years now, I would say over the last several years at least, I have been aware of, let's say, the lion being aspects of galactic consciousness inwardly, but also galactic consciousness or star being race externally as well. And many times, too many to count, I've had kind of the validation of this personally and actually on camera and all sorts of things. But lately, it's been really interesting to me and fascinating to me over the last several weeks, particularly as a result of a part of the consciousness I'm now accessing within me. I am directly connecting with the Lyran, I think it is. I don't even quite know if I'm pronouncing that right. The more feline kind of race of energy. And when I'm doing my normal linking in and tuning in, they are very strongly to the fore. Now, I'm not talking about necessarily just channeling them from outside of me. I'm connecting to that part of my own consciousness. And as I've said on my YouTube channel many times before, we all have starseed elements of our own consciousness, our galactic consciousness. So the line being side of it, I've been attuned to for a number of years. But the actual Lyran side of it, that coming through the way that's coming through and me is kind of a new thing over the last several weeks. I say coming through me, it's all very natural. Just it's part of my knowing, and I've come to so much more awareness, and some of the awareness I've come to, I will be contributing that to the book I'm writing on consciousness, and I'm getting a lot of insights that I can't discuss on here now because I don't want to give the game away too early, because I'm literally going through the motions of working out something that is quite significant, not just only for myself, but I hope to be able to help a lot of people with that. And I'm just working that equation out, so to speak, in consciousness now. So that's for another day, perhaps for another time to speak about that. Not on this video now. So this video is very impromptu because, like I say, I've been really building towards this since about 2017, really, nearly over 2 years ago now. And the first taster of that was, like I say, was on my YouTube channel when I was making sounds, transmissions to clear grief for the collective, on behalf of the collective. And like I say, it's kind of evolving, and sound being significant, very dear to my heart, to help other people get into the heart. So the title of this video today, that's why I'm kind of explaining it the way I am explaining it here. Okay, so if I seem a bit distracted, it's because I'm looking off here, tuning in the way I normally tune in. And I want to call it, it's funny because it's really funny. My higher self is going in one direction, what to call it, and then my Logical Lindy was about to call it something else. That's why I looked like I was like, ooh, like a rabbit in the headlights. Okay, I'm going to go for the higher self one. So I'm going to call this a little light on Lyra. A little light on Lyra. And I hope I'm even pronouncing that right. Over the last few years, there's been a couple of people I've been keeping an eye on, so to speak, that I really tend to follow people's work that I really resonate with, and sometimes I will go out of resonance with them and won't watch them anymore. But usually there's kind of been a set that I've been kind of keeping my eye on for quite some time, really resonating with, and sometimes there's some new people that come in that I resonate with as well. And there's a few people along the lines of what I'm resonating with now, along these lines, that I feel are totally legitimate, and now I'm kind of fully starting to embody that aspect of my consciousness myself, just within myself, even more so. So I'm not quite sure how this video is going to go. If you seem a bit hesitant, it's because it's I'm not going to say it's out of my comfort zone, but it's different. It's different to how I normally work, making a series of sounds, movements. I mean, I move a lot, you know, I'm like this when I'm doing videos anyway, and I mean, my videos have become a series of transmissions in themselves, but I'm really drawn to be making particular sounds. If you try and approach this with an open mind and an open heart, it's not gobbledygook. It's not just a load of old sounds that I'm making up. It's coming through, and you know, sound is everything. It's the structure of the universe. It's everything. It's the transmission of consciousness. So I'm a natural channel. I've been a natural channeler for over 20 years. So, you know, I'm qualified to work in trance, you know, I've got qualifications in hypnotherapy that I've had for 20 years, and hypnosis and all that side of it, and as well as being a medium, clairvoyant, psychic, and a healer, and everything else that I do. So it's not that I'm making these sounds up, I'm allowing them to flow through me in a natural form. Now, some of you will resonate with this, some of you might think this is, you know, not for me, in which case just switch the video off. I'm not going to suddenly change my whole YouTube content and go down this route, but my YouTube channel is an evolving template. As I've stated all the way through, it's an evolving ascension template to help people to get into their hearts, to raise their consciousness, to come into a state of inner union, unified field. So as I'm going through my journey over a period of years, there are slightly more tools that I can add to my toolkit, and slightly more ways I can use to do that as I'm able to access them and embody them myself. You know, I say I'm doing it the long way round. I'm actually becoming what I am sharing, or have become what I've shared, not picking it up from outside of me, but not having done it yet myself. It's an experiential channel. So that having been said, enough waffling. I'm going to get on with it now. So I don't know how long I'll be doing this for. I mean, it might be 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I've no idea. Don't know if it's going to come through sing-song. Don't know. Already my voice box is changing. Don't know if it's going to come through sounds. I'm just going to go with it. Now, the worst case scenario is I will listen to this video back and go, nah, I'm not going to put that out there. I don't have the bottle to put it out there. So we'll see what happens. Already my throat's all over the place here, my voice box, so bear with me a moment. So I'm just tuning to the Lyran, that's the feline race of galactic consciousness, aspect of me or within me, also around me. It's amazing tuning in this way because I can clearly see what I'm tuning into here as well. Excuse me, so my voice box is changing around while I'm doing this. So this transmission is to bring about the connectivity with the galactic part of you, your consciousness, whatever star system that your DNA is linked to awaken in a natural balanced form that part of your consciousness, all connected with the portal of your heart, that love and that balance within the heart. Ta it ako ante ocha ila eka e ante e a e a o ti I a ta ante I la do ve ke nse a mi I a a I a e lut kam se mu jai ai kom le ta 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 o ta ta o ta 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 o ta 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 o I ma o ma I ga a I a I ga I a I ga ta 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 Logica moteca, logica moteca, ta 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 te neka uche neka lute e takumato mate katunka tatumako mate katunka mika teko poteka mika teko maketa tu mama e mama u tasete. Okay, so I'm hoping that resonated for you. Go with it. A series of sounds, a series of movements, a series of frequency that comes from a particular consciousness around the heart and around the galactic part of you or us as consciousness. Really the whole purpose of this channel is to help and assist people with that process of moving into the heart, whatever their entry point was, whether it was through a connection, an awakening with somebody else, whether it's from twin flame union, twin flames, as an ascension template, whether it was as a big soul shock experience, whether it was out of left field, whether it was a fast evolution, a slow evolution. The whole purpose of this channel is to help with that, whether it's with sound, music, spoken voice, which is sound, again, healing transmission that I'm putting out through spoken voice, shared experience on the emotional level, let's say wisdom experience from the higher level, a form of channeling, a form of heart channeling. In a way, as long as it is coming from a space with that intent, it doesn't really matter in that sense what form it's taking, whether I'm doing it in musical sound, spoken sound, soundtrack sound, shared experience sound. It's all experiential. It's all coming from that same space. So it may be, depending on how it goes and depending on how this is received, depending also on how my instincts are, because sometimes I will go with something even if I think it's not going to be received well. I mean, for me, this is quite a brave step to take. I said quite a grave step to take, quite a brave step to take, just coming up here on my YouTube channel and making this series of sounds and movements. It's not for the first time. I haven't done that for a couple of years, but it's the Solar Transmissions album that's prompted this, really, because in a way we were guided to do that through sound in an acceptable, conventional, let's say conventional format that is an activation in a conventional form. What I'm doing on here now is slightly less conventional, and it's really funny. I was going to sign off from the video then, but actually I'm being guided to do a little bit more. So I thought I got away with it just for my 3 or 4 minutes. I'm kind of guided to do a little bit more, so bear with me for a second. It's really funny because it's really affecting my voice box. On that note, I will love you and leave you. If you ask me what that was about, and if I have any idea what it was about, I do have an idea what it was about. It's something to do with activating within the heart, but it was also to do with unlocking a sequence of codes embedded around the meridian system and the chakras and the energy points there in the field. It was a sequence of unlocking and like throwing different sequences and codes there. So I do have a semblance of what it was about too. It's not like I'm just doing it and don't have a clue of the whole feeling and where it's coming from behind it. If I didn't know that, I wouldn't be sharing it. So I wouldn't be just up here sharing anything. It's because I know where the heart of it is coming from that I'm doing that. On that note, I'll love you and leave you. As always, take care of yourselves. Hope you resonated with that, and if not, I'm sure you'll let me know one way or another. Take care. Have a good weekend, guys. Bye.